Hello, everybody. It is myself and Comics here for a review for you today. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a regular, welcome back. I know I have not done reviews much lately. I've been too busy, and forgetting how to edit does become a thing, unfortunately. And then I just end up doing lives if I'm actually able and not tired, which is a whole nother separate thing in itself. Hopefully everybody's doing great today. Before we start, make sure you click the like button and click subscribe with the bell notification on for further reviews, lives, etc. Also, I have a Twitch now, and that Twitch is now on my about page, so if you guys ever want to check out the links, go ahead. Right now we are going to be reviewing a comic called Love and Madness. I will try to keep it as spoiler free as possible because the comic is actually not out yet, so you guys are going to get a little bit of what's going to come. I believe the Kickstarter should be coming this month, later this month, or maybe around this month, early next month. Who will know? We'll find out. I'll be, of course, trying to promote it and see if the creator or the co-creator, either one, whoever's available, is ready for an actual live interview, because this is a company where I have read their works, multiple versions of their works, and I have liked them so far, and so I got this amazing opportunity. And let's dive right in. In this comic, this is a revenge-like comic where it starts with a secretary named Claire, and she works for an organization which helps orphans because she herself was an orphan. And so her understanding that type of situation thinks that she is going to help in some way. Unfortunately, that ends up not being the case when her boss is having a meeting with a cardinal, which I now know the difference between cardinal and priest. And during this meeting, they are talking about trafficking children and using them for, pretty sure I can't say that on YouTube, but not very good things. She wants to make a good impression and, do some stuff kind of early. Like, she was told to bring in some vodka in 5 minutes, and she's like, nah, I want to make a good impression, gonna, go early, do the stuff, and I'll probably get praised for it. Of course, that's when she overhears the conversation, and that ends up going really bad on her part. That she's offered a choice, and that is, you're either with us or against us. And her being an orphan, her understanding what it's like being a child, being an orphan, and just wanting to help kids in general, you can guess what her answer is and the punishment she's probably going to go through. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, it is unfortunate for some people that this comic is a bit graphic in some ways. It is done what they call it artistically, like they're not outright showing it, but you definitely know what's going on, you definitely know what's happening. It's not like an implied kind of form. It's outright telling you what's going to be happening. And if you are a person who is like very sensitive to that type of stuff, this comic is definitely not going to be for you. This is a mature rating, and so like you're gonna be seeing some stuff or even imagining some stuff. So if you're fine with that, then you should be good with this comic. Again, This is a revenge comic, and it's kind of like a what they described as Thelma and Louise. I have not seen anything Thelma and Louise related, so I had to be told of what that was. I will consume the product soon so I can get a better understanding. But after she is punished severely to the point of near death, she gets rescued at a hospital. You know, they try to do the whole revive thing. She kind of freaks out, and then she starts running frantically, and she ends up meeting somebody. And this person is actually very helpful in this story. She is a doctor, so like whatever the doctors didn't finish, she helps, you know, finish whatever needs to be done. She is no longer a doctor. She kind of quit, but she has a degree, and she is actually very wealthy. So if if the protagonist is needing anything at all, she has it all covered. And when Claire talks about what has happened to her, Tana decides that she is wanting to help. Now, they do show some stuff in here, since, you know, what the protagonist Claire went through. I was wondering if they were going to show, or at least hint, some sort of possible trauma, and they do. I was very surprised. I was like, oh, this is an interesting way to show it. This is very nice. And it, you know, you have like a time skip of, you know, what's been going on, how they've been training to do what they do. They also end up having a romance together with all this time they spent, and it does make sense in this situation, in this type of setting, and you can definitely feel how it's very genuine. You know, it doesn't really feel forced or anything. And of course, it's a mature comic, so the romance will be mature as well. I was very interested in hearing that this actually isn't going to be a one-shot comic. This is an actual ongoing comic. And so, you know, first issue, they have a victim. But that is not the end of this story. This story is going to continue, and I'm very interested in where it's going to go, because after hearing the premise, I was not sure how this was going to be, but I was told that the writer is a woman, and then reading the work, I said, okay, this is very well done. Unfortunately, I do know people who have trauma, so not everybody can actually be able to read this comic book, but I do know people who are fine with it as well and are probably going to be looking forward to it. I am so looking forward to more Claire and Tanya's adventure. I know I didn't say Tanya in the very beginning, but I did have to scroll through while I was doing this entire thing at the same time, because I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, that's right. So, unfortunately, I'm very late with this review, and I'm hoping that you guys are very interested in this story, because this is a very good story. Mature story, of course. Some heavy stuff is in here. Be warned, you know? So, like, let's get everything out of the way. It's a Thelma and Louise story, you know, which, if you don't know, like me, that is a kind of revenge story. Thelma and Louise are about two girls who go on an adventure. One gets really hurt, and they kill the guy and then go on the run. So this is a very similar premise. Then another example the person used was natural born killers. And another example is I Spit on Your Grave, which is also a type of revenge movie. So I'm guessing that they're all very similar. Max from Atrocity Press, which is the person who is the head of the publishing company, he was telling me that this is the first book that they are publishing that he and another person didn't write. So they're very excited for this, and I'm also very excited for this. What's pretty cool is that this company likes putting, references in their own comic, like Ninja Bimbos from Deep Space. They had a whole Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle color scheme, and they had references to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff for the Turtles, pizza, names as well. And this one, it could be stuff like their merch, which I found pretty cute. So let me know, are you guys interested in this comic? It's about to come out soon on Kickstarter. I'm ready for it. If you guys have any question, I'll actually keep them, and whenever I am able to do a live interview, I will get to ask them in the interview. I am looking forward to it. Alright guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I hope to see you guys next time.